All right, all praises. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Holy Mother, Yahweh Shai. It's another day, another great day, another enjoyable time to watch the Father work. These Gentiles have systematically lost it, and it is to be expected based on what was written. They're sitting here having these issues with their banks, but that was part of their blessing to have those banks, to control those banks. Remember, that was we would not be the lender, so therefore someone else had to be the lender. Someone else had to be on top of the banking, the finance, the economy. Remember, when they had access to obtain true financial freedom by way of the earth's free resources, they decided to utilize it to gain with free labor. And that free labor is what has, what that free labor, oh goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Hold on. Yeah, while I pulled out on the road by my house, and there's this major accident. I had to turn around right quick and go the other way. Didn't know what was happening. All types of police. It looks like a car hemmed himself up. Just another piece of Esau's trouble. But anyway, so they decided to utilize their gain on the earth's free resources, the natural resources therein of the earth, by way of using free labor. And this free labor was used barbarically against us, or against our people, our fathers. I'm sure a lot of us have great grands who the great grands would have been, the children of, at least two, 3 generations from slavery. We're the fourth. That's what it's all about. This fourth generation, and it's wild because, okay, so now they're not the lender. Now we are. Now, just like our archaeology, they used and hid. They hid our stuff. They built over top of our stuff, as we know. But that was just against us. So now the Father flips everything. It's a change of situation. Now that that archaeology that they have used, those ley lines that they have built on top of, now they come back to us. So these banks, where them, sure, some of these banks have on top of ley lines, on top of power sources, they're going to come back to us. So we're getting prepared for our great substance. That's what this is all about. That's why the BRICS nations are sitting there saying, you know what, you can come on over here and be part of our game, as long as you got some resource to bring to the table. And Americans, buying them, they talking about, hey, we got stuff too. And they're like, nah, we don't want your stuff. See, this is what's happening. The world doesn't want what America is selling anymore, because the world sees that America has been selling lies and trickery and deceit and all things wicked for a long time. And now because they don't want their goods, they're going into consortium without the U.S., which is only right, which is written as well. But this banking thing, yeah, that their money, these guys decided they were going to play their game, because that's what they did. keep the money, leverage, keep the money overnight, move the money overnight over on all the in all the markets. Instead of leaving the money alone, that's just what they do. They figured ways of using usury against the people to keep them down. And they've done that redlining, they've done it all with all types of legislation. And this legislation and this type of oppression, I mean, it's what karma is being situated now. This is what it's about. The karma now is upon their, is because of what they have done unjustly within their system against us, which ultimately kept us oppressed. And now it's all coming out. It's all happening. We're right now in the thick of it. It already started. Now we're in the thick of it. I mean, it's about to once these fools start realizing that the mortgage debacle in 2020, when they were giving away money, free money, and all the investors took it, and all these 2%, these 2, 3, 4, 5% people got rich off of this investor mortgage low percentage. Now you got to remember, they gave us a low percentage, but the investment rate, the percentage of to borrow money commercially was at an all-time low as well. And it was making these people money hand over fist. 2 years. See, what they didn't realize was how short a time they had. They just didn't realize how short a time. Amongst the fact that they just ignorant and don't really quite understand contractual agreements, they just are caught out. They're just in a dysfunctional, a delusion, a stupor. This is just what they're in. They have come to their shelf life is over, and they don't know what to do, and they're scared to do it, and they can't cope with how it's being done. And all that is by the Father. Everything that they're doing is by the Father. Even them questioning the Father is by the Father. Everything is done because the Father wants it done. And they don't quite get the fact that they don't have any control anymore. So Gentiles have to have some sort of control. They've got to see things. They got to understand things in the sense of, somebody's in control that they can see instead of believing in the Father. So now they get caught out. Now they just get caught out. And a lot of it is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, there's nothing else to it. And we are all starting to see this thing. We're all starting to recognize this thing for what it is and accept it for how it is. And a lot of them can't, and that's because their intention has always been bad. It's always been wrong. That's the whole intention, is why people will be judged accordingly. It's the intent, your intent. Just because you say something or you do something nice doesn't mean that your motivation, your agenda, your intent was proper. And that's what Yahushua was telling us to deal with. Hey, when you do something, say something, do it with love. Do it righteously. Think about it, how you want it to how you would want it to be for you, and do it for someone else. And the Gentiles like, shoot, I go over here and make this money and tell them something. They'll give me that. I'll fleece their pockets. It's like the Elvis movie, The Snowman. How to snow someone into taking their money. This is their mindset. This is their free labor consequence. So, for what it's worth, these are exciting times. These days are bright. It's excellent time out here right now. The Father putting the wood to these people. And to us too. Shoot, ain't nothing nice. Ain't no respecter of peoples. If you ain't acting right, You just ain't acting right. I mean, it just is what it is. We ain't going to be up in there. There ain't going to be no attorneys. The attorneys are going to be the ones that saw you. So they're going to be the ones, those angels are going to be the ones that tell the truth. There's no going to, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. But then you get on the stand and your intentions made you a hypocrite or a liar. That ain't going to happen no more. And this is what the Gentiles can't fathom. They caught up. They scared. They recognizing nothing. And it's supposed to be, because it's all got to come at them at one time. It's got to be big enough for them to see it physically and spiritually, to be able to change, to fundamentally change, or not. But the Father's going to make it big enough so that everyone can see and everyone's going to know, so that when you make your decision is based on your intent. And the consequences fall where they may. It is what it is. But yeah, this banking thing, it's about to go down. It's about to go down again and again and again and again, until the Father says, okay, now it's my people's time. My people's turn to go in here and lend appropriately. And what would lending be on the land? Probably like a bartership, more something that makes sense to help someone else. You got oranges and I got wheat. You know what? Shoot, let's make a trade. You get some of that. I like those oranges. You like the bread from my wheat. Make it so. Let's just all live together. But no, not the Gentiles, not Esau, not the Edomites, not the Khazarians, not the Ishias, not the rulers of this degenerate world. They got to have it all. And they're about to. They about to have it all. And it ain't going to be their way. It ain't going to be their way. But they about to have it all. Just like they want it, they about to get it. Be careful what you wish for, Gentiles, because now it's knocking at your door. It's the Father's Amazon truck knocking. Hey, we got your delivery. Wait, I don't want no delivery. What you mean? Here's your delivery. Then they're going to want to go try to figure out how to pay for it. And it's going to be busted. Because they're going to be knocking on the door talking about, I need some money for this delivery. But you getting this delivery regardless, but you got to pay for this delivery too. They're going to be like, what? And we just going to have the delivery dropped off. They're going to roll out. We're going to be like, what? And that's the sweetness of righteousness that we're going to get. They're going to get this cup of dregs. Because that cup of dregs is going to move from us to them. And they're going to have that look on their face. And they're going to be all upset. And then they're going to be clamoring to try to figure out where we at and how we going to roll and what we can do to help them. And the whole time we've been trying to help them, they've been kicking us in the teeth. Lying on us. Creating sedition amongst us. Making things difficult for us to even tell the truth, to even have a conversation amongst each other about the truth. But now it's over. Their turn is up. It's now Jacob's turn. This isn't even hard. You can't roll. You don't have an unlimited time turn. You can't just sit there and turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. You don't give nobody else a turn. When someone gave you the turn. Matter of fact, we gave you the turn then. Then you took your turn and did some crap with it and beat up and cheated and robbed and stole and lied and killed. And now your turn is up and you don't even want to repent for it. But yet you still want a turn. You still want a turn. You don't get a turn. Your turn is over. Your turn is over. Pass the dice. Your turn is over. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praises to the soldiers, the brethren, the sisters out here just in this work, in this walk. Maintain your independence. Maintain your own seeking, your own due diligence. It's going to get brighter. Make sure that your oil, like Sis Pat been saying. Listen to these brothers and sisters that know what's happening out here from a different perspective. Use your mind, meditate, be positive amongst yourself so that your light can go to other people to shine. But maintain your own oil. Hurt not the oil and the wine, the bloodline and the truth. All praises. Shalom.